up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
and I'm Leroy. Well, this is the wrap up of the Eagles and Pittsburgh Steelers game. Some quick stats. On the Pittsburgh side, we have Russell Wilson, 14 for 22, 128 yards, one touchdown. Rushing, we have Najee Harris, 6 carries for 14 yards. And on receiving side, we have Austin, 5 receptions for 65 yards, and Freiermuth, 3 receptions, 22 yards, and a touchdown. On the Eagles side, we have Jalen Hurts, 25 for 32, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rushing, we have Saquon Barkley, 19 carries for 65 yards, and Jalen Hurts, 15 carries for 45 yards, and a touchdown. On the receiving side, we have Jalen Hurts' arch nemesis, A.J. Brown, with 8 receptions, 110 yards, one touchdown. Devontae Smith, 11 receptions, 109 yards, and one touchdown. And Gameway, who played very good today, 3 receptions for 40 yards. What's your thoughts on this game?
Good game, good win, because Pittsburgh was a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And people have been saying all this crap about how we can't pass the ball, and that's bullshit. And I was trying to tell Mike, my father-in-law, the same shit. He said, "Oh man, that we can't win no playoff game." I said, "We won 9 in a row. Why is people complaining?" We focused on the run so heavy these last couple of weeks that Jalen didn't have to throw the ball a lot. He threw the ball 21 times last week. This week he threw the ball 32 times. It's got a lot to do with the offensive coordinator. If he feel like he want to run the ball more, you're not going to have these receivers getting all the numbers that they want to get.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that was because they wanted to make the focus on the run because Saquon was playing
Right, he was getting
well.
close to that record. He didn't want him to
Right.
get that record. And now the next record he's trying to get is the all-time total for rushing. I mean, this game kind of fucked him up, but he still can do it. He just needs some bangers. But with him running the way he's running, and a caller called in on the radio and they made some. It's the same shit that we talked about. He said Swift was running real good, but we refused to give him the ball, and they jumped on his ass. Oh, Smith wasn't doing what Barkley was doing. He didn't get the opportunity because he was averaging good yards per carry, but then it'd be games he get like 4 carries.
Yes. Yes. That was just a way to phase them out because they good at doing that.
Yeah.
Phase.
Now we got one of the best run blocking lines in the league. If you put a half decent running back up there, he's going to put career numbers up. So if you put a good number running back up there, you know he's going to put great numbers up.
Well, look at Gainwell today, for an
Mm-hmm.
example.
And Gainwell been playing good. Like the little bit of touches he get, he been gaining. He be putting in work.
Okay.
Like on the season, he's averaging what 4.5 yards a carry.
The season he's averaging 4.3 yards a carry.
God damn, I'm in fantasy football playoffs, but I'm about to get knocked off. And I'm number 1 seed. And I'm about to get knocked off in the first round.
Oh, so you Jaime McGee, huh? Getting
And
upset.
this would be like the third time I've seen somebody with the first the number 1 spot and get knocked off in the first round. Here I'm happy Lamar got 52 for me, and their golf is still playing with goddamn a minute to go. He got 58. How Buffalo is a contender? I don't understand that. They're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, and they letting this guy through for over 4 touchdowns and 400 something yards.
Well, Philip, they winning.
They are, but you got no defense. You giving up them points.
That's okay.
And I don't understand how they keep saying what's the name is the front runner for MVP. Josh Allen. Josh Allen, my boy and everything, but he's not leading in no statistical category as a quarterback, and his team is not the best team. So how is he even considered?
Well, like we talked about last week, they always going to look at a quarterback and unless they all the quarterbacks aren't really doing well. For an example, look at Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy. Now the Heisman was supposed to go to is it Everett for Texas?
No, it should probably that
No. He was like the front runner, but he got hurt. And Texas didn't really play well. I mean, they was winning, but they didn't really play well. So he was the front runner, supposed to get his Heisman, but it ain't really no quarterbacks doing anything. So you got to get it to the next man.
Right, but what I'm trying to tell you is the next man wouldn't be Josh Allen because Lamar Jackson is having a better passing year than Josh Allen.
But sir, he already got 2. You want to give him another one?
if you can't give it to somebody an MVP, if their team, if Josh Allen team was steamrolling people, they had the best record, then I say, okay, he's a good quarterback. His team is the best team. You can give it to him. Or if he's doing like Peyton Manning, he's putting up all these crazy numbers, but he don't have the team or the numbers. So I don't understand how he's the front runner. It don't make sense. You gotta have one of the other. You got to be one of the top teams, or you putting up the top numbers statistically. He ain't doing either one.
Oh, okay, so you say no for Josh Allen, and who you think should win the Heisman? I
I think
mean
it
the
should,
MVP.
no,
I'm sorry,
I'll say the front runners. The front runners right now to me should be Saquon Barkley and Lamar Jackson.
but Lamar already
It
won
don't
two.
matter if you already got it.
They ain't gonna give him another one.
It's, it's not about that. It should be like who is the top player in the league.
Hmm.
And shit, even what's the name? I mean, his team is trash, so you can't really give it to him. Burrows, but
Oh
he
no, no.
right. So Lamar got 300 more yards than Josh Allen. Lamar is 7. Josh Allen is 12. He got 300 more yards. How do you see like touchdowns and shit? I don't have it right here in front of me, so I'm just like cruising. You can
Go
go ahead
ahead.
and talk though.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to find the league leaders. Let me see.
And
Standings.
okay, keep in mind of when you bring up the stats, don't forget about the records, the Ravens and Bills record.
What's their records? No,
J- Baltimore is like 9-5, and I think is Buffalo like 10-3, if I'm not mistaken. Well,
yeah,
I guess they about to be 11-3. I don't know if the
yeah,
game is over or not.
yeah, that'll be 11-3.
Okay,
And Baltimore is 9-5. But Lamar is having a better passing year than Josh Allen.
right. Okay, so we got to mention it. The elephant is in the room. We got to mention this the beef with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it was ever a beef anyway. I think AJ is a diva like most receivers, and they want the ball. And that's why he was pouting on the sideline. And then he said the passing. When you say passing, that and somebody made a big example of that on one of these shows I was watching. He said because a lot of people say he wasn't talking about the quarterback when he said passing. Okay, now if he said if they say what can y'all do better, and then Jalen Hurts say, well, we can run routes better and catch the ball when it's there. Who you think he talking to? You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like you say passing, you're talking to the quarterback because he passed the ball. But
Right.
it's hard to put numbers up when you're only throwing the ball 21 times. Yeah.
Okay.
And he did have a bad game. He missed some open targets and all that shit. But AJ had like career years playing with him, so that's not even the issue. And I think the media blew it up and made it worse. And then it didn't help with our boy Brandon said.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. What's your thoughts on Brandon? Talk about locker room stuff.
Well, Brandon said it's probably true. They're probably not as close as they used to be. They're probably still cool, but they're not as close. Like you said, shit happens. People get older, they get family, worry about other shit. But before, when you go to like the highlights, you used to see them dancing together and all this. You don't see them like shitty chatting it up like they used to. Now, when you see AJ on the sideline, he's sitting with what's the name, Smith and Saquon, and they talking and stuff like that. But you don't see him talking to what's the name on the sideline like he used to. So he's right, they're not close. But all that shit should have stayed in the house anyway.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Oh,
I
go.
was going to say, before today's game, Lamar has 29 passing touchdowns, was the second, and then Josh Allen has 23.
Hmm.
And let's look at interceptions, because you know that's his fucking go-to.
Lamar has 3 interceptions.
And what did Josh Allen got?
Josh Allen has 5.
That's what I'm saying. So he has a higher quarterback rating, more passing yards, more touchdowns, less interceptions. So how's Josh Allen his big MVP favorite?
Because Lamar already won last year.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's
That's
stupid.
the reason why.
If
That's
you're
the
the best
reason
player,
why.
you're the best player. It is what it is.
True. True. Uh, anything else on this game?
No, take my hat off to the defense. The defense been holding it down, and the rest be cheating their motherfucking ass off too.
Yes.
They called what did they call the on Devontae Smith? It was like a receiver interference. He dodged both those guys and didn't hit neither one of them, and they still called the penalty on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that guy tackled AJ, I thought they made that a rule where you can't fall on a leg like that no more.
No, they was going to, but they didn't. They was talking about it in those owner meetings, but they
Mm-hmm.
didn't change it.
Yeah,
Next
because
week,
that's how you get hurt, man.
next week the Eagles are going to Washington, well Maryland, to take on the Commanders. What are your thoughts on that? I think this is the last away game, if I'm not mistaken. What is your thoughts on this game?
Did Washington win today?
Yes, because remember this, the Saints are stupid too. It was the Saints got the touchdown. It was 20-19. They could
Mm-hmm.
either kick the extra point or take the 2 points. They tried to take the 2 points and missed it. See, when teams do stuff like that, it makes me think that they looking for a draft pick.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
if we win, we win. But yet, I'd have kicked the extra point and try to beat them in overtime. I'm sorry. Maybe that's too conservative. But yeah, they won today. So what's your thoughts on that?
It should be a good game. We all damn this motherfucker almost threw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Golf. And that's what I'm playing against in fantasy. He gonna single handedly fucking take the game from me. How you give up 42 points? That's crazy.
But they
Um,
they wouldn't know. And Detroit's supposed to be a Super Bowl team. They gave up 48.
hey, no defense, just passing, scoring back and forth, up and down the field. I bet you
Go.
that would have been a good game to watch. Washington. Washington is a nice little young team on the come up. I don't think they're ready for us. We should be able to beat them. And it's a division game, so of course you know it might be a little close one, but we still should be able to beat them.
Okay. So all right, y'all, enough of the Eagles stuff. So I gotta talk to you about what we kind of talked about yesterday about the Sixers. Now Embiid is out with a sinus fracture. That's what you call it.
It's a
Wh-
fucking
what is it? Is it a sinus fracture?
something like that.
What's the difference between a sinus fracture and a broken nose?
I don't know. It's some made up shit. He
Hold
didn't even
on.
get hit in the nose. He barely got touched. The dude is so made out of glass. It's just I'm just tired of him. We should have been traded him. We can't even trade him for a bag of chips now.
Yep. And we have McCain. McCain had a red hot November, averaging 21 points, I think, in
Well,
November.
he was averaging 26 points as a
20.
starter, and they said that's the most for a rookie, scoring, averaging that much as a starter since Michael Jordan. That's
Mhm.
crazy. And then as soon as these guys come back, he go right to the bench fighting for minutes. The coach is a nut.
Which makes me think again, which makes me think they just said fuck it with the season and going to try to get a draft pick. Because why would you sit that guy on the bench like that? Because I look at his stats and it'd be like 12 minutes, 17 minutes, and he was a player rookie of the month of November. To now he can't get on the court, and now he definitely ain't getting on the court now because he's hurt. I don't know what's the injury. Let me see. It's a meniscus tear. So that's not a season ender, is it?
Meniscus tear. I don't know. It's hard to tell with these injuries nowadays. Because back in the day, a lot of these injuries they'd be done for the season. Now they still be coming back.
Right. And what's this thing where all the young top stars is getting injured in the NBA? You got Lamelo injured. Zion ain't never gonna get off that off the injury list. All the young guys is getting hurt. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
Because they're not in top shape. They
Hmm.
come out there, they're not hitting the gym, they're not doing the regimen or eating properly. They get out there and get all fucked up. And some of them, the injury's not that bad, but a little tweaking, they don't want to play.
Right.
Back in the day, you saw guys with fucking masks on, knee brace, elbow brace, thumb brace, or all types of shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Casts and shit like that. They was ball. They would play ball. Now them guys don't play like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the Sixers are 7-16. I'm thinking that the ownership or GM said the hell with it, and we just going to tank the season and try to get a draft pick. That's what I think. Because if you want to sit McCain out, well, we know he hurt now, but if you want to sit him out like that, then you're not trying to win pretty much. And Paul George was a big mistake, as we talked about already before. That guy's not going to. He can do he'll do stuff in a regular season, but he never does anything in the playoffs. And from the look of it, the Sixers ain't going to the playoffs.
No, they not going to the playoffs. I thought they had a chance early on if we could just get healthy, but shit.
Right. Anything else you want to talk about sports wise?
Not really.
Well, all right. You can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at PNL Judgmental, Instagram at the_judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. So, all right, Phil.
All right.